Hey guys, I am going to be cutting stickers and chatting. So this is a really casual stream. It's kind of a follow-up to my con prep stream earlier. So it's just going to be a lot of back and forth between my desktop and my other desktop, I guess, for lack of a better word. Anyway, I hope you guys find this useful, helpful, and informative. We're just, relaxing and low key. Like I said, I'm preparing for the Cherry Blossom Festival tomorrow. So right now I'm kind of re-nesting some sticker designs that I've had for a few years. And they never really properly made use of the space on the sticker paper. So I'm just kind of fixing that so that they're a little bit more economical for me. Earlier this evening, I did a con prep stream where I basically sat on my living room floor and packed my con stuff and talked about con stuff with you guys. So if you guys have any questions about doing, you find what cute? Which one cute? The pizza cute or all of it cute? Of course it's okay. Anyway, I'm just kind of a little bit brain dead because I was doing another stream. But I also promised that I would work on stickers on stream and answer any further con questions people might have. And of course, if you have any questions that I can't answer, I highly recommend you go to howtobeaconartist.tumblr.com and check our archive. Check our archive there and see if we haven't maybe answered the question there. Of course, I'm happy to answer any questions live as well. So these were originally acrylic charm designs that I sold in like 2015. And I had them manufactured through Inkit Labs. I was really happy with the quality of the charms. Acrylic charms are just a little bit expensive. So I find they work really, really well as stickers and people seem to like them. And I'm currently doing wooden charms. I've been doing wooden charms through a company called Pinocchio for the past 3 or 4 years now. And I have a tutorial on how to do that over at natosoup.blogspot.com if you search for Pinocchio. Everybody likes the pizza, so I should make a lot of the pizzas. And people really like the lemons, so I should make a lot of the lemons. Sorry. Of course, the mermaid is also ridiculously cute. You don't have to cut or make your stickers at home. You can send them off to, there's lots of companies like Sticker Mule. There's lots of companies that do stickers. I don't have any experience working with any of them. I do my own stickers for the most part, so I can't tell you who's good, who's bad. That's pretty decently nested. Hopefully I won't have to fight with my printer too much. Yeah, Indy, it is hard. It's like I've got two very different audiences. I'm a little envious of people who work for older audiences because, like, you know, their online audience and people who come by from them at shows are kind of the same. Oh, my printer jammed. It does not, my new printer does not like sticker paper. The perils and joys of printing at home. It means I get to quality control everything I do on the spot, but it also means I'm fighting with the equipment. Of course you have another paper jam. I think you still have to be careful with the subject matter for older audiences. I mean, I think any media that's not carefully and thoughtfully created has a lot of potential to do harm. So I think you have to take your responsibility seriously, whether you're writing for kids or adults. Oh, wow. My stupid little lavalier mic just chewed a hole through my shirt. It could be my printer. I'm running my laser or my inkjet printer right now. Other than that, I don't know. It could be the music I'm playing during the stream. I can't hear it. I have it turned off. Well, I mean, I have my speaker turned off so that you guys don't hear like reverb. And I am clipping my lavalier mic back onto a stainless steel ruler. That could be it too. I don't know. That wouldn't be surprising. Was that it? Because I just clipped it onto the ruler. Oh. That print quality is not awesome. Oh, thank you, Mason. Hey, Catherine, good evening. Sorry if I'm being kind of quiet. I'm just tired. If you guys want to talk about anything, though, I'm down to talk. I think I might, after I finish cutting stickers and stuff, I might call it an early evening because I got to be up really early tomorrow and work a show. It's all right. I mostly did con prep. So I glued like pinbacks to charms, and I did sticker stuff, and I'm still doing sticker stuff. And what else? Oh, I did like a bunch of con packing and stuff earlier. So like my car is all packed up. It's ready to go. Although it's like 10 million little boxes, and I'm a little nervous about how it's going to go down tomorrow because it's supposed to rain. And like I normally like to have all my stuff kind of packed into one thing or two things at most, and it's like a bunch of cardboard boxes. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. How about you? How was your day? What have y'all been up to? Oh, fair. What happened? Why are you so tired? It's Friday, so you had school, right? Ballroom dancing. No rhythm or two left feet, or I'm guilty of both, so I'm not judging. It does sound kind of fun though. Oh, that's the worst. Like it's like bad enough when it's like, look, I'm not very good at this. And it's another thing having somebody else ride your case about it the whole time. Is this like the first time y'all covered it in class too? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if y'all have another class on it, it'll start coming back to you. When it comes to dancing, I have like no sense of rhythm, and I have two left feet, but I love to dance, so I'm not a good dancer. I took ballet for several years, and I think I was just as bad when I finished taking ballet as when I started. Oh, that's not fun. Are they any good? Or do they suck at dancing too and they're just being mean? It's cool that your school teaches units on that though. Like, I remember when I went to prom, like, I was one of the very few people dancing at all because no one knew how to do any kind of formal dance. And I had taken swing for a little while when I took ballet. And, oh, that is unfair. Usually the guys are the worst dancers. They're the ones who usually struggle to pick it up. Unfair. I really want Joseph and I to take swing classes before we get married because I'd really like to swing dance at our wedding and not make complete jackasses of ourselves. It would just be nice to be like kind of cool at something for once. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping that you're like secretly good at it and you just, your body has to like catch up. I'll cross my fingers for you. I hope so too. Dancing is fun even if we're not good at it. In high school, I was in ensemble for the second 2 years, which is singing and dancing. I could do the singing part. The dancing part, I definitely had to practice more than everybody else because I don't have any rhythm. And it wasn't even difficult dancing. It was mostly just swaying and hand movements. I still had to practice it more than everybody else. New sticker designs. Reusing old art for new sticker designs. Yep. Especially when everybody else is already good at it. That's like the worst. Because, like, if everybody's bad, then you're all kind of improving together and maybe you can cheer each other on. Or if, like, one person's really good, maybe they'll show everybody else how to do it. But, like, when everybody picks up on it and you're the only one who's struggling with it, it's really easy to get discouraged. But even if they're not doing a very good job showing it, the point of teaching you ballroom dancing is, you know, to get you to exercise and to have fun. So just try and keep in mind that it's supposed to be fun. I can keep rhythm musically, but it's like my body just does not have any ability to do so. I can tap my feet and that's about it. Wow, talented guy. Well, even if he gets kind of frustrated with you, just keep in mind that what he really wants in the end is for you to love it as much as he loves it. And he's probably frustrated that you're not at the point where you can enjoy it the same way. Because it sounds like he loves dancing and is pretty good at it. No, I get you. Yeah. Do you have anybody you could practice with? Since ballroom dancing is like it's always a two-person thing, right? It's like waltzing is a two-person thing too. Oh. You know what? I always wanted to do a duet with a guy, like a male singer, and I never had anybody that I could do. Like, I never had any male friends who were accomplished enough singers that we could do a duet together. So I kind of know what you mean. Like, not just sing along to a song, like pick a song and both of us study the parts and like take it kind of seriously. Always wanted to do that. When I was in ensemble, I wasn't popular, and the popular girls are the ones who got male partners. So, I've never really had that opportunity. So some of these printed kind of funny, like they printed with purple, so I'm going to put those in the discard pile. Can't sell them, or I'm not going to sell them. Yeah, give them away. Yeah, I usually do. I include stickers with purchases and stuff. I don't know, maybe you could practice with one of the girls. I mean, I know boys are boys, yeah, especially at your age. That's And what's funny is, like, when I was that age, all my friends were boys. So, but it was definitely like our own, their own thing. Yeah. But you know what? I think there's probably one or two who would be willing to practice with you if nobody else was around. Because, like, they probably want to get better at it too, and they just don't necessarily want to make a big deal out of it. They act grown, but they're not grown. I mean, yeah, but like shoot, you've got, I think I read somewhere that the human brain isn't fully mature until you're like 26 years old. So even if they're acting grown, they're not really grown. It's just an act. And I mean, I know some people do have to grow up earlier because life forces them to, but like, as someone who has to be a grown-up now, it's like I wouldn't mind going back to the days where somebody else was in charge of like all my responsibilities and I just had to worry about homework, because that was enough to worry about. We didn't take ballroom dancing in PE. That would have been really cool. We took line dancing, which line dancing is line dancing. Hey, SAH Lahone Art. Good evening. I ended up liking it. Like, I'm not good at dancing, but I ended up enjoying it. Of course, with line dancing, like, no one's going to get mad at you if you're not good at it. You're just not good at it. Whereas with ballroom dancing, if you're dancing with a partner, I can see them getting kind of frustrated, but it's still like you're learning and growing together. Ah, thank you about the cute stickers. Yeah, I'll tell you, that isn't changed. When I was 13, that was the same thing. I mean, I knew girls who got pregnant when I was 13 and guys who got them pregnant when they were 13. So the world doesn't really change a whole lot. But you can grow up at your own pace, you know? Like, just because they're acting like they're in high school, it doesn't mean you have to. That's going to come soon enough. And anyway, even when you're in high school, other than like extra homework, you can still do stuff that you enjoyed in middle school. Don't let people kill like the things you enjoy. Don't let them take that enjoyment away from you. And then when you get even older than that, like when you get into college, like people will act like they're seriously 10 years old. So it's like they hurry up and grew up for nothing. Not that there's anything wrong with like enjoying yourself. Oh boy, that has not changed. Are you in the chat? Oh, Catherine said that in middle school, kids are already in serious relationships and acting like they're married. Was that a thing at your middle school? That was such a thing at my middle school. Really? What did y'all do in middle school? What do you mean? Like, for dating? Did y'all date at all? You went to dances and that was about it? Yeah, that was all I was allowed to do. They could come over and play video games. And it was like a big deal if we went to the skating rink together. There always had to be parents around. But my mom was really strict about what I was allowed to do. Yeah, no. No, you got plenty of time for that later. Because that is going to bring 18 and up problems. It's better to wait until you're like you are ready. Don't let other people push you into stuff. Because like it's your life and you're the one who's going to live it, you know? So make choices that are right for you and that you're comfortable with. And it seems like you're not comfortable with like being steady with somebody, and that's good. Because, like, that just leads to jealousy and fighting. And, like, 13, that's too young to be worrying about that kind of stuff. It's fine to be mature like that. Have a level head. Nothing wrong with being the the responsible one, if that's who you are. When I was in middle school and high school, my friends would make really bad 18 plus kind of decisions, and they'd come to me with their problems after it was just a mess, because I always thought of myself as being really immature. I think I am probably kind of immature, but because I wasn't like thinking about things the same way they were thinking about it, I guess I was able to come up with different kinds of solutions. So, you know, being different from the rest of the pack can make you really valuable because it gives you different insight, gives you different perspective. Plus, you got to think about what you want from your life and like what your goals are and what you're going to have to do to reach those goals. Because like not everybody has the same goals. I'm from Louisiana, and a lot of the girls I went to school with, they wanted to get married straight out of high school. Like their plan was to get pregnant or get married and get pregnant like before they were 25, you know? And I didn't want that from my life necessarily. I wanted to go to school and I wanted to be a comic artist, and I didn't think I could do that if I was raising a baby. So I made different choices than they did because I had different goals than them. I mean, there are definitely comic artists who do raise kids. Like I'm not saying that's not possible. I just didn't think I could do that at that time. Oh man, fist fights. That's rough. Two of the kids I taught at community ed are in high school. They go to the same high school. And apparently, like, bad fights happen every day. Why? Why are they getting in a fight? Are they even fighting over anything worth fighting over? If they're fighting over like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, like that's not worth it. Just find somebody else, seriously. Oh, that sounds awful. Oh, what is wrong with people? Like, is it worth it? Is it worth getting into that kind of altercation? Not like, to me, none of that is worth it. Like if it's I don't know. I don't know why they're fighting. Is it about saving face? Is it about their pride? Cuz like I don't know. Just the thought of doing that to somebody or having that done to me is really horrible, you know? Like my pride, I take more pride in being a nice and kind person than I would in being the winner of that fight. Like you'd have to really do something awful. Go after my brother or something for me to want to fight somebody like that. It's just not worth it. What's the punishment for those kind of fights? When I was in school, it was something called a DAP, which was, they made it seem like it was like going to jail, but it was really like an in-school suspension. It wasn't actually a big deal. And they acted like it went on your permanent record and stuff, and it probably did, but it didn't stop college. Like colleges didn't seem to have a problem with it. The video went viral. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Well, somebody got video proof of it. Holy smokes. That's bonkers. I can't even imagine putting that on Snapchat and then everybody seeing you do that. She's lucky she didn't have a chat with the police. I mean, she might be a minor, but that, like, dragging another girl's face across the concrete, that's pretty serious. I mean, that's, like, lasting damage, too, to that other girl. I mean, it's with video proof, you know, that could have been like a lawsuit too from the other girl's parents, because like that's going to be medical bills and that's going to be expensive. People are crazy. Oh, wow. Wow. No, thank you. That sounds like just terrible. Like that's, I would hate for that to happen. Like, okay, I would hate to have my face dragged, gazoon tight. I'd hate to have my face dragged across the concrete, first of all, and then somebody makes a video out of it, and then they make memes out of it. Just like, no, none of that. No, thank you. And that wasn't at school, right? Because that's a girl from another school, so I guess they saw each other at like what? Like a sport game, like football or baseball, or like they saw each other at Walmart or something. Can't even imagine being that mad. Her glasses broke. Ooh. Oh, they met up at a park. Did they meet up to fight? Do I have cricket thoughts, or do you have cricket thoughts? Let me grab the guest post for you real quick, because I have one and I haven't used it because I am intimidated by it, because I am a coward. I know. It would. Well, it wouldn't, because it would be doing it for me so I could do other things, but it cuts really, really slow. My other concern is that it uses a sticky mat, and I have cats, and they have ruined everything that I've ever owned and loved. And I'm a little concerned that like it's going to be full of cat hair, so I'd kind of like to put it in an environment where I can like not have cats. But I need to like use it. I need to quit being a coward and just use it. Like I've got the cool vinyl for it, and I've got all these ideas, and it's just like another thing I've spent money on that I'm not using. So it's a waste. And you can make like packaging and stuff with the Cricut, like it'll cut boxes for you. Like I could have some really cute packaging at shows if I just, you know, learned how to use it. That might be the case, Catherine. I don't know. Like that is much more intense. I remember kids getting into like bad fights when I was in middle school and high school, but we didn't have social media. Like we had AIM, which is like a messenger client, so kind of like Discord, and we had LiveJournal, which is kind of like Tumblr, and that was it. We really didn't have like all this other stuff, and YouTube wasn't really what YouTube is right now. We didn't have Snapchat. So like the potential for drama was definitely high, but like the potential for hurting somebody else using that drama, it wasn't so easy. Is your screen color calibrated? Give me a sec. There's like a lot of different things you can do to kind of improve color accuracy. So you can use something like this. Well, these are two different pieces of hardware. Color Hug or Spider for screen calibration. Yeah, so like everybody's screen shows color a little bit differently, And it can definitely affect how you're perceiving color. And if you're doing a lot of digital art, like what, huh? If you're doing a lot of digital art, then, you know, if your screen's not accurate, then, you know, the color you're putting down on the screen isn't going to really be accurate either. And also the lighting in the room that you're working in can have a lot to do with how the colors on your screen look. And so once you get your screen calibrated, then you can calibrate your printer. And generally it's recommended that you work in CMYK mode if you're doing like digital stuff, because your printer is going to print in CMYK. It's mega dim. Yeah, I bet that's having an effect on how you're seeing color on your screen. Actually, somebody asked on how to be a con artist. Give me a sec. About reproducing their traditional art. I'm gonna grab it for you because we just answered it. Or I'm gonna try to grab it for you. Not assuming that you're doing it. Yeah, okay, so when you print it's really dark and desaturated. I would try messing around, like, you know, printers have different, okay, so like you have print settings through the program that you're printing through, like Photoshop. Then you have print settings with the printer itself, and then it also can depend on what paper you're using. So I would try messing around with all of that. Plus, like, I don't know what kind of printer you have. Different printers have different capabilities too. Ooh, all right, Catherine. Try to stay safe. Good luck with ballroom dancing. Hopefully it's like a secret hidden talent and you just have to put enough time in. A bit oversaturated? Yeah, okay. All right. So inkjets almost always print kind of funky. Actually, give me a sec. I'm asking one of my friends who's also an artist if they'll come into the chat or into the stream, because they have more experience not only printing with inkjet but just printing in general. I switched over to a toner printer a few years ago, and that's what I use for most of my printing. So I'm more familiar with how to get it to do what I wanted to do. I've always been kind of frustrated with inkjet printers. So we'll see if they come in. Hopefully they can answer your question. It's just, it's kind of like a generic question because I don't know what printer you're using, and I don't know what you're trying to print, and I don't know what you're printing on. But when I'm doing stuff for cons, other than like stickers, and pretty much just stickers, I order my prints out from like Shutterfly or from another printing company like Cat Prints, just because they can, you know, printer, ink, toner, dye-based ink, those all get kind of expensive, and my print quality is not always really great. So it's just cheaper in the long run to order it and have them do it, and they can do a really nice job rather than like me figure out how to solve it on my printer. But the friend I asked if they come in, they've done art prints using their Pixma printer before, so they might be able to give you a better answer than I can. I only do stickers at home because I like having like a wide variety of stickers, and I don't want to have to order like 50 of a single design. I like being able to offer like 50 different designs and have 5 of them. So that's really the only reason why I'm cutting stickers that I've printed. My back is unhappy. Yeah, well that's because if you're working in the CMYK mode, your printer is going to print stuff in CMYK. So using that mode allows you to pick colors that are actually going to look good when it's printed. RGB is more for how screens display color. I mean, even just if you like did it in RGB because you were originally going to like put it on your Tumblr or whatever, and just converting it over to CMYK and like messing around with the colors a little bit before you print can make a really big difference. And even just installing your printers, the drivers and the software that comes with your printer can often help improve your print quality, because it can allow you to print stuff that's kind of optimized for how your printer prints. It's like using your scanner's software rather than like just scanning through Photoshop. Sometimes the software that they design is designed to accommodate for like failures in the hardware. What were you printing? Oh, I asked what you were printing, sorry. Kind of muttered it. cool. Yeah, it's one of the reasons I switched over to a toner printer from an inkjet printer is the ink on a toner printer kind of sits on top of the paper, so it can appear more vibrant. It's also a little bit more water resistant. But you work with what you got. Gotcha. Okay. Just like a test print. Something else you could do if you're really getting frustrated with the print quality is you can take the files and the paper down to like Office Max and get them to print it for you. I mean, you have to pay for that, obviously, but sometimes they can get a little bit better print quality. Or if you have like a campus print center that you can hit up, that'll also work. Yeah. I mean, I would just bring my sticker stuff over there and have them do it when you're doing the prints, especially if you like the print quality that they do. Gotcha. Honestly, I hate dealing with Office Max, Office Depot staples, just because usually the people working the print center have a hard time doing like booklet printing like we would for like zines. So this is part of the reason why I ended up buying a little toner printer, is so that I could do zines at home instead of spending 4 hours at Office Depot explaining how to do duplex printing. I had a friend who used to work at Office Depot for like 5 years, and what it basically boiled down to is they quit training, at least Office Depot quit training their employees on how to use the equipment. Like it used to be they would spend like a week showing them how to do all the print stuff, and so it was like a legit print center. But they quit doing that to save money, so she would have to train people even though she did not have like, she wasn't getting paid to train people. She was just doing it out of the kindness of her heart because she was tired of people's print orders getting ruined. But, you know, not every store has somebody like that friend. So I just kind of got tired of like, or like I'd bring my stuff in and they'd botch the order and expect me to pay for it anyway. After like, that's the one here in Nashville. They wanted me to like just leave it and go elsewhere instead of hanging out and waiting for it, because they knew I was going to like be watching over their shoulder. And they're like, well, we'll call you when it's done. Yeah, we know how to do booklet printing. Yeah, not a big deal. Yeah. So I go to pick it up and it's all wrong. And he wants me to, I know, I know, but I don't even understand. Like, do they just like, actually, I do kind of understand, because they've literally, one of the Office Depots in Antioch, they had me wait for an hour because the woman who knew how to use the machines was on break and they were waiting for her to come in before they printed my stuff. So that's what happens. They have one person who can do it and they just hold on to all the orders until that person gets in. Except the one here on Weston, I guess they don't even have that one person. I was lucky the manager was there from beginning to end. Like, he was there when I dropped off the order and I explained what I was looking for, and he was there when I picked it up, because he was like, no, that's not correct, and they comped me. Well, that's why I don't go there anymore. I don't go to any of them anymore, and I bought a printer so I could do it at home. mean, I'd had a printer before then. Tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. I have cherry blossom here. And then after that, I think my next big one is A2 Calf, which is in June and in Ann Arbor. I think this year I legit do not have any anime cons scheduled, and I'm kind of good with it. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm really hoping I luck out, cash in on that luck. How about yourself? What's your next show? Yeah, fair. Fair enough. Maybe you'll see me another time. I usually try to do a lot of the shows in the Nashville area. I gotcha. You usually work on weekends? Oh, nice. That's going to keep you busy. Which two? Oh, cool. Which library? That should be fun. Okay, so you'd probably have to get a hotel room for one of the evenings. Or are you going to drive back? But that's hard. I'll tell you, that's hard. Especially making the drive back up again the next day. Oh, okay. That'll be cool, though. I really like little library shows. Like, the vibe's really nice, you know? Oh, that's even harder. I'm so sorry. Riding a bus back and forth. And then hauling all your stuff on the bus. And then it's like, maybe you always kid yourself into thinking, like, oh, I'll be able to sleep. And then you never get to. Living that con life. Think so. You'll get like a better chance to talk to people, like with the smaller cons that are like they're small but they're busy, you know? Like I don't know, it's like it's busy enough that you don't get bored, but it's not so busy that you think you're going to go crazy. and you can still get up and go to the bathroom, get something to eat. With like the big shows, when they get busy, it's, oh my gosh, it's really hard. It's hard. I mean, it can also be fun, but it's definitely work. Cool. So I live in Tennessee, but I'm originally from Louisiana. And I know that's probably not what you meant, but gotta represent, right? I have. I've done Animazement. I've done Heroes Con a couple times. I think that's it for NC. I would do more because we have friends over there that I could probably stay with. I just don't ever like think to put in. I'd like to do Heroes Con again because it's a pretty good show. I just always kind of miss submissions. And honestly, it's getting harder and harder to get into like out-of-state anime cons. Zoom tight. I lived in Savannah for a while, so a bunch of us would drive up to Charlotte and do Heroes Con. And Animazement was... Yeah, maybe so. Especially if I was staying at a friend's house, I'd make it a lot cheaper. I'm kind of trying to get out of the Anime Con game, though, because it's just like, it's a lot of work, and it keeps me from working on my comics, which is what I'm more passionate about, and it's not really a lot of money for me. Like, the smaller ones are still fun, but traveling a long distance to get to a smaller one is not as fun. And it never really helped me build the audience I kind of thought it would. Because I've been doing shows for 10 years, and for a long time I did 10 plus cons a year, and just never really... I mean, I sold okay, like I sold a lot of commissions, and I'd sell books, but it never really... I mean, if you're not traveling for fun, all conventions look the same, all conventions feel the same, like the kind of buildings conventions are typically in, they all are like crappy hotels, like they're all the same kind of convention center with the same kind of carpet, with the same kind of lighting, with like hot dogs is like your option for eating. So I mean, traveling for fun is definitely a different thing, but traveling for shows, that's just traveling for work. Like, you don't have time. You always tell yourself, like, oh, I want to go see the city, or I want to go to this museum, or I want to go do that, and you never end up having time to do it, or you're just too tired to do it. I'm also older than I probably sound. I'm 33, so I've been doing this since I was like 23. Yeah, yeah. I just wanted more of a life from this, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted an audience, and I wanted to be able to sell my books, and like when I went to shows, I wanted people to be excited to see me, and I just wanted more of a life than it was able to give me. There isn't really any job security in shows. You can sell 1,800 or more. Not that I sell more, but some people do. You can sell 1,800 or more at one show, and then the next year you can sell, you know, 1,200 or less. Like, you can't rely on that income necessarily. And the hotel gets paid, and you paid the event for your table, but it doesn't mean you get paid. Yeah. Zakia's got some questions about inkjet printers and stickers and getting like good color quality and good color saturation. And you've messed around more with inkjet printers than I do. Like, there's definitely artists who still, they've been doing it forever and they still have a lot of fun. And I think that's great. Like, I'm not saying like no one can do it, no one can have fun. For me, it didn't really have the result I wanted to. Plus, like, all my friends have all moved away, so it's not like I'm doing shows with my friends anymore. And like, some artists are nice and friendly, and then some are really rude and standoffish and don't want to chat and they don't want to make friends. So like, it's kind of a crapshoot. You can do a show and end up making like really good friends, or you can do a show and not talk to your neighbors the whole con. And like, I still like anime, but I don't like the stuff. I mean, I like Ghibli stuff, and everybody likes Ghibli stuff. But like, the stuff I really, really like isn't the stuff everybody likes, you know? So I'm reading Suriduri Children. I think I could mention that manga to 100 different people, 100 different people into anime, and like maybe one person would know what I'm talking about. So it's not like I used to be really into Naruto, so that kind of helped. Everybody likes Naruto. I could talk to everybody about it. But like, I mean, My Hero Academia is great, but I haven't kept up with it, and I haven't caught up with JoJo's. So like, I don't have that to talk with people about, you know. I mean, I'm rewatching Metal Gear Solid, which I love. I love Snake. Love you, Snake. But like, my art is very pink and girly. Like, who's gonna like think to come talk to me about Metal Gear Solid, you know? Yeah. And I think people who are like are probably able to have a better conversation with just like your average person at the show. And like, I most of my money comes from commissions, so like, I'm chained to my table from Friday till Sunday closing. Like, sometimes I don't get to eat or go to the bathroom either. And you know, like, I made that choice, I made that bed. That's the decisions I made. I'm not blaming anybody else but me for that. But like, that, when you've done that for 10 years, that makes your con life really hard. And again, like, I made that life, you know. Like, if my work were more like print artist oriented, you know, like, I would make more money and I wouldn't have to spend as much time chained to the table. So like, I'm aware that like, I'm the reason that I am having these problems, but like, doing things the way I do, it I feel like it's closer to like my end goal as a comic artist, you know, because like, I'm drawing for people. Theoretically, I'm building relationships. Not really. Hey, Glitch Octo. Um, but like, I could be, because I'm doing commissions, you know, I'm drawing their OCs, I'm talking to them about their OCs. Like, but I get more of an experience to like talk to people about things that they themselves have created and that they're passionate about, and it's more of an opportunity for me to talk about my things. But also like, means I'm not working on my comic as much, you know, which takes me away from the things I really want from my life. So like, I guess I feel like if you enjoy cons, that's wonderful. And when you stop enjoying cons, it's okay to not feel like you have to do them or to change what kind of shows you do. Like, you're not less of an artist if you're not doing shows. And I mean, not everybody does well at shows either. Like, some people do bonkers well with online sales. I do not. My online sales are horrific, like to the point where I just don't even bother with my site and my shop anymore because like nobody cares. But I do pretty well in person, so I do try to do like some in-person events. But like if you're doing well with online sales and you don't want to do cons, that's fine too. Well, an inkjet will also never really deliver the same quality as a toner printer, I think, because toner printers also have like that glossy kind of thing going on. Oh man, good luck. Because your monitor is also backlighting what you're seeing, so everything seems to glow. You're not going to get that with paper. So you sell more online than I do, Heidi. C, M, Y, and K. So cyan, yellow, magenta, and black would be the 4 colors. Some printers have more, like my Pixma has 10 colors, I want to say. Yeah, 4 tints. I also like, please do not take anything I'm saying as like discouraging people from trying cons or doing cons or anything like that. Like, that is absolutely not what I'm trying to do. I think it can be a really good experience. I think it can be a really worthwhile experience. It's certainly interesting to learn how to sell your own stuff. I think I think you can roll that into good job experience. Oh no, it's just that's what's it called? Free, royalty free music. I mean, it might be named after that. Kino Kitsune is also a printer whiz, so they may also be able to help. Aw, thank you. They were really good. Joseph did some good interviews. I was kind of disappointed that more people did not watch them and use them. Oh man, we're talking about all kinds of things, Kino Kitsune. We're talking about printers, we're talking about conventions, we're talking about ALAAC, we were talking about crickets earlier and how I should be using one instead of hand cutting like a dinosaur. But it's kind of like chill, just like chatting with you guys and cutting stuff, I say, as an excuse. Yeah, cons and printing mostly. DatCon life. I know. No, I know. I was literally about to say that, and I wasn't sure how comfortable you would be with me mentioning that. But yeah. Yeah, but I have a Cricut, Heidi. I should be using it. I don't have like a great excuse. Ooh, that'll be nice. Oh, just color accuracy, color fidelity with an inkjet printer. I think that we've mostly covered the basics. Does that also include like hollow and foil on those stickers? Because that would be baller. I could be all about that. Oh, nice. Nice. I've been wanting to do like one vinyl sticker of like the let me actually grab her because she's right here. The mermaid, which is one of my most popular designs, and she's one of my favorites because she's super cute. Um, and if I could do like hollow or gold foil vinyl, that would be pretty cool. Oh, no problem. Glad we could provide some assistance. Yeah, when I'm printing stuff for the most part, I've just made peace with like it's probably not going to look exactly like my screen, but if I still like how it looks on paper, then it doesn't really matter that much to me. Ugh. Sorry, my back is getting old. It's okay though. After I finish cutting these, I'm going to take a hot bath. I'm going to go to bed and be nice and rested for the Cherry Blossom Festival tomorrow, where hopefully, despite the weather forecast, we're going to have beautiful blue skies and semi 80-degree weather. Please, that will not happen. Wow, it finally died. The new ones aren't that expensive, but yeah, it's hard to justify dropping $300 on something like that. I don't know. I mentioned the downsides of cons just because like so many artists, especially here on YouTube, present it as like a very easy way to make money, and like I'm really happy that their experiences are good, but not everyone is like that, and not everybody is coming into cons with like a 150,000 subscriber audience. Like, it's great if you can do that. I'm definitely not crapping on that, and I wish that was my life. But, you know, like, that's not something everyone's going to have. Even if you do have that many subscribers, just because you have a big following online, it doesn't necessarily translate to con sales at all. My con audience and my online audience are very different. I don't know that I would even call my online audience an audience. It's mostly just like mutual artists, you know, like they have their own stuff they're working on too. Oh, I didn't know that, Heidi. Hmm. About it being just 5 colors now. I know you used to do like art prints with it, which was initially why I, pardon me, had messaged you, because I've never had any luck with my Pixma for art prints. I've never been like satisfied with the quality of it. But art prints also don't sell for me, so you know that's kind of like a moot problem. I would have spent all this money doing art prints if they'd worked, and then it was like then it would have been like, oh well, they won't sell, so it worked out. Yeah, I know it's a Pixma. I didn't know it didn't have the extra colors. I guess I need to take better care of my current Pixma then. Although I really only use it for printing blue lines onto watercolor paper. How big will the home model print? Will it print like 11 by 17? Because I don't really need anything bigger than that. The only plotters I've looked at have been at like Office Depot. The ones that they print like banners on. Oh, yeah. I'm better off sticking with what I got, because then I wouldn't be able to print comic pages. How did you resist printing ridiculous things on that? You could have printed like life-size cutouts of anime boyfriends or girlfriends, friends. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense though. Oh. Is that when you worked at the medical illustration company or something before that? It's almost like ASMR. Except there's like actual talking involved. Yeah, that one. The one where they had you draw livers and stuff. Oh, most people end up drawing during my streams anyway, which is good. I like it. We can all draw together. They've got a lot of ground to cover. Pancreas. Is that the pluralization? I've never encountered more than one pancreas, so I wouldn't know. So many rose quartz. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you can sell your excess insulin. I hear there's quite a market for these days, unfortunately. Oh, what do you think of the neons? I'm sure the pearls perform okay, because, like, you know, they're already kind of opaque-y. Not impressed. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be, like, the consensus between us three is, really? What are they, then? Like, what color is there? If they're pearl colors, like, you could put so much mica in that. Or mother of pearl, which would be nice. It would give like that nice pearlescent effect and be a little bit different from, you know, everything containing mica. I'm probably gonna try the beam paints next time I buy handmade. I wonder if the problem is that home milling, you just can't get it small enough to be like transparent. And then if they're buying pigments from like Sennelier, for example, then like what's the point of homemade, you know? Put iridescent, medium, and solid paints. Ugh. Like the Winsor and Newton iridescent medium? I'd rather just mix like Pearl Fine-Tech in with my regular watercolors compared to like using iridescent medium. It doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't really iridesce quite the way I would want it to. So it sounds like you get like really patchy results. Okay, thank you. Okay, I have one more sticker and then I gotta go because like my back is screaming. See, that's the true reason to use the Cricut, is to spare my poor back. Sleepy, sleepy, sleepy. Alright. Gotta fix this a little bit. And then I will have did it. Whoop, whoop. Alright. That is... And these are going in my send to people for freezies pile. Because they're like slightly misprinted or stuff's cut off. Like I can't sell them. Is this one messed up? Yeah, it's got a purple spot. Okay. Yes, I'll grab the link. It's pretty quiet though. And I don't really do like con chat on there because I don't know, I get kind of oversaturated with con stuff with how to be a con artist. Where is my sticker bag? I had a bag of stickers and I don't know where it went. There it is, actually. No problem. Join your brethren in the bag of the beaten up looking bag of stickers. So many stickers. Alright guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Get some sleep. I'm going to do a con recap after Cherry Blossom Festival. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully I don't get rained out. If I don't get rained out, it should go well. And I am not doing a stream next Friday, probably, because I will probably be busy. Yes, they're sticky brethren. I'll probably be busy like volunteer staffing with MTAC. So that's probably where I'll be. But I don't know. I might do a recap of some of my experiences as a staff person or something. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a good evening. Bye, guys.